Baby, you can't watch in there if you're okay. Good evening, my loves. Welcome back to this evening's Late Night Live, Deanna's Coaching Gem, our weekly time to be with each other. And if you are new, I'm Deanna, your sacred healing and love guide. This is Destination Deanna. I would love for you to consider Destination Deanna your self help learning library for all things love. Okay, we're going to talk about dating, relationships, love lessons, love attraction, everything that will assist you on your journey to attracting more love into your life, whether that is loving yourself more, whether that is attracting a new partner, or whether you're already in an established relationship or marriage and you would like to experience love on a deeper level. You're in the right place. So, without further ado, if you are not a part of our community here, make sure that you like the video, you are subscribed to the channel, and you are sharing with anyone that needs assistance on this journey for love. Okay, so please remember to do that. Support the YouTube channel. It is free. Okay, so like, leave a comment, share with your friends, make sure you're subscribed. So this is our second video in a 4-week series that I'm doing called the 40 love lessons that I've learned since meeting my power partner. Now, this is a very near and dear to my heart series and lesson. So I'm going to be sharing very specific lessons, but in the interest of time, I wanted to make sure that it doesn't get too lengthy. So we're just going to do 10 lessons a week. Okay, so let me be very clear about what my intention is. My intention is to give you some lessons that I've learned so I can hopefully help you avoid having to learn them the hard way. Now, what I'm not doing, I'm not telling you that these are irrefutable laws. Only you know what resonates with you. And if you disagree with something, that is fine. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. Okay? I created this list basically to commemorate turning 40. I knew I had like a huge overseas luxurious wedding that I was planning at the time. So, a lot of the funds was going there, and turning 40 is a milestone. So I wanted to do something that would commemorate it. So I came up with this list of 40 lessons that I learned since meeting my power partner. All right. So they're in no particular order, but they're all of great importance. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into them. Tonight, we're starting with number 11. Traveling with a person is a great assessment tool. Now, I know that some people don't want to travel with someone unless they've been with them for a long time and they feel really comfortable. I actually recommend traveling with somebody as soon as you possibly can. When my husband and I were newly dating, we took a trip. He asked me where was my dream destination. I told him the Maldives, so that's where he took me. And when I tell you everything that could have went wrong on this trip did. Every possible thing went wrong on this trip. I mean, he lost his passport. He had to get a last minute passport at the State Department. Like, it was crazy. We missed our flight, had to get rebooked on another flight. And this isn't like we were going to Jamaica where there's, frequent flights. We were going to the Maldives. So there was so much involved in getting there. But what it showed me was how he handled adversity, how he could think on his feet, how determined he was, how he would make things happen. I mean, I totally felt secure, like, oh, I could go anywhere with this man because no matter what was happening, he was rolling with the punches. And we didn't argue. We weren't at each other's necks or anything. We worked together to get it done. So I'm like, oh, wow, we work well together. So traveling with a person is a great assessment tool. You'll get to see how they pack, what's important to them. You'll get to see if they're a traveler or a vacationer. Very different. But I recommend it. Highly recommend it. So the next one, number 12. Not all flaws need to be accepted. Some need to be addressed and adjusted. And what I mean by this is there tends to be this attitude like, take me as I am. Like, oh, he's just going to have to deal with me. I have an attitude like that. Or, oh, she's just going to have to get with my program. Listen, we all are, individuals. We all have quirks. We all have different personality traits. And I'm not saying that you should just change who you are, but I am saying that you should be open to making adjustments if it is better for you, if there is growth in it for you. If you've been hearing the same feedback over and over, there might be something that you should adjust. So I myself have learned that some of the things that might have been considered flaws, or some of the things that I got feedback on, they were actually worth me listening to and possibly making some adjustments. So I would recommend that for you. Oh, bonsoir, Calandra. I'm glad you were able to join us. So number 13, music is a great way to bond. I'm hoping a lot of you are music lovers. In my past life, I was a rapper, so I love music. But music is a great way to bond. Not only can it be a great date, you can go see music performances, concerts, but in everyday, day-to-day kind of moments for connection, you can send each other songs. You can talk about song lyrics. You can relate over your love for different performers. My husband and I found out randomly, so random, that both our favorite group was the same, the Whispers. Like, such a random thing. They're not really obviously they're a well-known group, but you don't hear too many people saying that's their favorite group. So that was another connection that we had. So you can definitely bond over music. Number 14, random gifts are a must. Now, I don't mean that you have to be breaking the bank. What I mean is random gifts, like for no reason, just because. It could be the smallest thing that a person has mentioned. Oh, I like this particular type of candy. And you just randomly get it one day. Oh, I was thinking about you. Hope you enjoy this. Getting a random card for $2.99 and putting a little message in it. I love candles. They don't even have to be expensive, but bring me a random candle and I'm like, oh, you are talking my love language. So random gifts really can just build intimacy. They can really build comfort. A person is going to feel like you're thinking about them and you care enough to actually get them a gift. So random gifts are a must. Number 15. Here, we're getting a little deep. What you want from a partner can never be too much. Raise your hand if you felt like loving you is hard. If you've been in a relationship where this person's feedback, how they treat you, has caused you to have feelings like, wow, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Am I the only one that's felt that way? I hope not. I'm sorry, keeping up with the comments. Sorry, guys, if I missed it. This is so much fun to do this. Hubby and I sharing music with each other. Yes, like mine. Yes, exactly. Hey, Brianna, one of my Love Attraction community family members. Yes, I've had that. Okay, so I'm not alone. I'm not alone. The reason why I feel like it's so important, this lesson, what you want from a partner can never be too much. And I see Calandra, me too. Hey, girl. The reason why this is so important is it's not true. It's not true. It's one of those lies that we tell ourselves that actually get in the way of us attracting and experiencing the love that we truly desire. What you want is only going to be too much for a person that can't give it. Plain and simple. It's too much because they don't have it to give. When I met my husband, I was not open to dating. I didn't even think I wanted to be married again. Nothing. So when I tell you I came out the gate like swinging, like, I don't like this. I don't want to do this. I'm not doing this. Like, I was so into like, well, I'm just going to make every dude not even want to be interested in me because I'm not hiding nothing. The man who's supposed to be with me, it won't be too much for him. And it's so funny. My husband was so unbothered. He's like, yeah, okay. He was so calm. Like, I'm really thinking I'm doing something, scaring him off. And he's like, oh, that's no problem. Okay, fine. What else? Like, totally unbothered. So I'm sharing that so that you all will have hope, and positive thinking around this. What you desire, what will make you happy, what boundaries that you have, what you are asking for in a mate. It is not too much. If it's too much for a person, they're not the person that aligns with you. And that's not to say that there won't be areas that you might need to grow in, right? My husband and I are still learning each other and still making adjustments. But because we love each other and we've decided to be on this journey together, we learn, right? And we want this. So nothing is ever too much. So please remember that. And that brings me to number 16. Okay, I must have left the deep ones. Like, these are totally random, honestly. Number 16, it's best to be with someone who is naturally aligned with you. What do I mean by this? I mean, just because someone's attractive or just because someone meets certain specifications or they look good on paper, it doesn't mean that you're naturally aligned. Let me give you an example. For more traditional women or whatever who would like a gentleman to be the breadwinner, like be the provider, and he pay the bills. You should want to attract a man who already is that. Not like a certain guy and then try to convince him to do what you want. That is a recipe for disaster, because even if he does it, it won't last and he will grow to be resentful. So nobody wins in a situation like that. So be with someone who already is what you desire. If you are into fitness, you probably don't want someone who is, committed to staying overweight. Not saying that you couldn't be with someone who is overweight. I'm saying they would need to be into fitness, or eventually it's not going to work. Let me see. I have some comments. I don't want to miss anything. Resentment. Yes, it is very real. Because listen, especially if you're attractive, and you meet someone and you're fun, they can have a good time being with you. Our natural inclination is to try to make things fit. I think I've found a good person. They're funny. I enjoy them. We're having a good time, right? No. If there isn't alignment, if you don't want the same things, if there's a fundamental thing that you require of a partner and you want that, and that is key to your happiness, and they aren't with that, they're not the person. We have a hard time accepting this, but we're better for it when we do. Calandra, I'm guessing that I'm, hitting on some points here. Number 17, and this is really to encourage the ladies. I learned that no feeling is too small to discuss. I used to be a people pleaser. I used to want to keep peace at all costs. Now, let's be clear. I do recommend women being feminine, and part of being feminine is securing peace, right? Bringing the peace, cultivating the peace, keeping the peace. However, that does not mean harming yourself to do so. That does not mean never bringing up your own grievances. So when I say no feeling is too small to discuss, if something is bothering you, if something doesn't sit right with you, you should be able to bring it up. Now, obviously, you should still think about the timing of it, your tone of it, and I teach my ladies with them, what's in it for me? You have to think about what's in it for the person that you're telling, right? You want to appeal to them. But the bottom line is no feeling is too small. You should not be feeling as if you're uncomfortable to bring up your grievances, things you don't agree with, things that don't sit right with you. Number 18. Oh, before I get to that one, let me see what the comments. Period. Because I need to communicate to let it go. That's a good point too, Brianna. Thanks for commenting. The things that you don't say, they don't disappear. They just get buried, right? They get buried under more things and they kind of just pile up more and more, right? Until you blow up, right? So what started very small that you probably could have just had a comfortable conversation about now is this big thing that you don't even have the right perspective on anymore because you let it fester. So we don't want that. Hey, I'm not sure who this is, but hey, I can't see your name. You have to grant StreamYard access. Now I'm storming inside myself. Exactly. And you don't want that because you don't want your partner doing that either. You want it to be a safe space for them to communicate. So it needs to be mutual both ways. All right. Number 18. Ooh, this list is kind of... Boundaries you don't set and enforce will always go ignored and continue. The other person's not a mind reader, right? They weren't born with you. They don't have the same mind as you. They do not think the way you do. They do not see the world the way you do. They have not had the same exact experiences which filter your new experience. They have not had it. So you have to be able to communicate your own boundaries. You have to set them first. And by enforcing them, I don't mean strong arming. I don't mean trying to convince someone. I mean, once you set the boundary and a person steps over it or ignores it, you remove yourself. That's how you enforce your boundaries. You don't come out of your feminine position and argue. You don't threaten. You don't do any of those things. You be clear about what your boundary is. And then you observe who respects it. If they respect it, your presence can remain. Those who don't, they lose your presence. That's the gift anyway, so you take it. Thank you, Kalandra. I'm here every Monday, girl. Every Monday. So this is so important. And this was like, again, these are all lessons that I learned. So there's no judgment here. This is all sharing things that once I saw the lesson and I learned and I changed how I was going about things, that's how I attracted the love that I have. That's so healthy, that's beautiful, that is growing, that allows me to be in this space where I can consistently pour into all of you from such a loving space. I love to be here. I love to give. And I absolutely just want to see more of my people, okay, being successful at love. I did all this in my previous relationship. Me too. A few of them. So I know that they're not good. And that's why I'm sharing the lesson, so that we can prepare to be different, right? You have to know where you went wrong before you can make adjustments to go right. So I'm glad you're here, Brianna. I'm glad that you can recognize things that you may have been doing so you can assess, hey, did this work for me? Oh, it didn't? Okay, let me make a change. Number 19. A foundation built on alignment is better than one built on physical attraction. I'm in no way, let me be very clear, because my man's fine. I'm so attracted to him. But let me be very clear. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be attracted to someone. I don't understand how, like, you can make a comment about, hey, you shouldn't focus on attraction, and then people take that like, oh, date uglies. No, I'm not saying that. Obviously, you need to be attracted to a person. What I'm saying is, don't lead with that. Don't lead with that. For one, looks fade. They're going to change, right? For two, you need more than that to sustain a healthy relationship. It's a component, but it shouldn't be the main ingredient. So, alignment. That means you two line up, right? You line up so you can go like this, right? And you can be together as you journey along through life. You align. It doesn't mean you're exactly the same. It just means you agree when it comes to where you're going. You agree when it comes to, should we have kids? Should we not? How should we raise them? Where should we live? Hey, do we worship God or do we hug trees? I mean, whatever it is, are you in alignment about the major things that matter in life? It is far better to build a foundation on that versus like a physical attraction, someone, their swag, their presence, and just being all enamored with them. That can be a component, but it shouldn't be what you build your foundation on. Looks like mac and cheese, important, but not great alone. That's funny. So let me finish this out. Because if you are not a member of my Love Attraction community, I actually have an exclusive that's happening right after my live. We're doing a hot seat coaching. Mr. and Mrs. Washington, my husband, is here, and we are doing a hot seat coaching with one of our Love Attraction community family members, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. So I got to close this up. Let's get to number 20. Number 20, the final lesson for this week. You should fall in love with how a person treats you, not with what they said they will do. Am I the only one? I love words. I love to read. I was a rapper. Clearly, I like to put words together and be expressive. Am I the only one that has fallen victim to amazing words and promises for the future? Am I the only one? I hope I'm not the only one. I mean, but if I'm the only one, I'll take the bullet. I will take the bullet. I wondered why you were going so fast. I just looked at the time. And that hot seat is finna be good. Okay? And I gotta be there for 9:35. So I'm just trying to get through the 20 in case y'all got questions. Ooh, I wrote a poem about that. Share it in the group, Rihanna. We need it. You're not alone. Thank you, Toya. I thought I was alone. Listen, words used to get me. I used to be like, ooh, we gonna do this. And he said we finna do that. And And man, did I know how to pick them. I used to pick the best wordsmiths. Oh, they were slick with the words, man. Totally slick. Oh, thank you, Toya. I just got it done. My kids went back to school today. So Shelby had to get her locks done. So mommy had to do hers too. So I do not recommend falling in love with words, right? Words are nice. They feel good. Words of affirmation are necessary, right? In a relationship. However, pay close attention to how a person is showing up. If their actions don't match what they're saying they're going to do, you got to believe that. Believe that. So that's the last lesson for this week. Let me know if you guys have any questions about those particular lessons. I'll monitor the comments for a few minutes while I just quickly give you this week's coaching gem, right? It's going to be the same for this entire series, right? I want you all to take a look back over your dating and relationship life and assess. If you don't learn the lesson, you will keep repeating it until you do. And that is from an experienced lesson learner, okay? Because I don't like to learn my lessons the first time. I like to really learn them. Like, I need to do it 2 or 3 times. At least that's how I used to be. Not anymore. And I want to help you all not have to go through those cycles of learning the same lessons over and over again. So please learn from me, learn from my pain, learn from my mistakes, okay? So that you do not have to make them. So that is this week's coaching gem. And I do have a special announcement. I am a featured guest on Tasha Chen's Live. This Thursday, we will be doing a segment, Wealth in Love, with the amazing Tasha Chen. You all know she is my mentor and very good friend. I'll be joining her on her Facebook Live this Thursday at 12 noon. So make sure you follow Tasha Chen so that you can get the link for her live on Thursday. I will also be posting the live in my Love Attraction community. So if you're not in there, I would recommend that you join. Oh, hey, baby. There's my honey. He's in the other room, but he's still going to show up. Let y'all know he here every week. Calandra. Nope, you're not alone. Thank you. I be feeling like, should I share this stuff? I have to share this stuff, though, because I know there's other women out there that have made these same mistakes, and I'm on the other side. Yes, Brianna, I will post the link in the community once I get it from her. I will post it in the community. So yes, next week's lessons are going to be 21 through 30. So 10 more. We have 2 more videos in the series. I will be posting more discussions in the Love Attraction community. So if you would like to join us, or you would just like my list of 40 lessons, go to destinationdeanna.com and register for my newsletter. I'm about to get out of here so I can just freshen up real quick for my hot seat coaching with the Washingtons. It's about to happen in a few minutes. So all of my Love Attraction community members, I will see you all in the group. If you are interested in joining the community, it is free. Just go onto Facebook, look under groups, and type in Love Attraction Community. We are the only group with that name. So fill out the form. We need to know who you are because it gets real in this group. So we want to make sure you're really there for the right reasons. So fill out the information. We'll let you in, and you'll be privy to things like hot seat coaching, exclusive events and trainings. I announce all my events there first, and as well as my new products and services. They get discounts for being in my community. So I welcome you to come. And I see one more comment come in. Gotta go. See you, Brianna. So yes, I will see all my Love Attraction community members in there in a few minutes. And please remember, every Monday is a new coaching gem. It is a topic-based lesson and interactive discussion. You see, I read the comments, I answer questions. It is interactive and it's fun. So set your reminders and tell a few friends. Every Monday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless I'm traveling or something, and I'll let y'all know if there's adjustments. But I pretty much keep to it. So yeah, send this link to your friends and your family members. Have a great night. Remember that God is love. We are of God. So attracting love should be easy, especially when you have me as your guide. Thank you. I love you all. Have a good night.